Rory is a former 24-week preemie who has had a very extensive health history. She's currently on oxygen and a feeding tube. Medical issues prevent her from being in an environment where she's exposed to a lot of general illnesses. Her immune system is very compromised. A cold can put her into the hospital.
And I play.
You do like to play. Yes, you do.
Rory is a beautiful little girl, and when she gets around other children with all the germs that they get, she gets very ill. And so the classroom isn't a really good environment for her to be at this point until her immune system comes to life. So I went over there a couple times a week, and I would bring stuff with me. And she would work on it with me, but it was kind of slow going, and it wasn't very motivating because she didn't have anyone else to see do it. So I thought that some of the stuff that I was bringing over there, I could put it on tape for her, and she could see songs that we were singing and how the kids would dance to the songs or how they would do finger plays or sign language to the song. But we wanted to have some interactions between Rory and the kids.
We were looking for an opportunity for Rory to be a part of the school environment, but still be able to keep her safe, healthy.
So my role is supporting families and children and teachers as much as I can so that they can be included in a classroom in ways that they would never have been before. We participate in the Results Matter video project through CDE, and when I heard about the need, I contacted our contact there, and they had all kinds of technical advice for us and even came out and helped us to get that started.
Apparently there's a lot of different kinds of video conferencing, and we initially thought about Skype, but we've talked to someone at the Colorado Department of Education who suggested uvu because it was approximately the same thing, but it allowed us to record what we were doing. We talked to Mom about using it, and she was gung-ho for it. And she actually turned out that she had a computer that she was able to use, and she had the camera put on her machine so that Rory could participate.
Things that we're going to do that day, and a calendar.
Rory liked it right away. When we first set up here and at Rory's house, we started it up so that we could show Rory how it worked. And while we did that, we showed her around the classroom. And her mom gave us feedback about whether or not there were glare spots or blind spots or whether she was hearing sounds that were interfering. And it was kind of neat. And it also showed her what the classroom was like and so that where she would be participating in different activities.
And a calendar. Kids are starting to learn. They're writing their own numbers now. Just starting. So we'll teach you how to make some letters and some numbers with pen and paper.
Wow.
Would that be okay?
That's cool.
Probably figure out what parts of the day you want to start with and then what parts you want to add on as time goes by.
Yeah.
When we do things in a whole group situation, it doesn't work as well because she can't really see all the materials and stuff.
Now we're going to circle back. And who's with us today? Rory, come down and say hi, Rory. Hi, Rory. Welcome back to school. Okay.
So it seems like it's been better for her to be in a small group activity where she can actually do the same thing that we're doing, only doing it at home. For Rory to participate in what we're doing in class, she has to have access to the same materials and books. Whatever we're doing, she has a copy of the same thing and the scissors that we use and the glue and everything, and is able to do the same activity at home, although she has assistance from her mom.
So if we were going to put glue down here on the bottom, what's the first thing that we do? Like that?
And one day we did a thing from the napping house, and the kids actually made a house, and it opened up, and then they put the characters from the napping house, and they were able to sequence them just the way that there was in the story.
And I already folded your piece of paper, Rory. So it's like this, and you can open the door like that and look inside, and inside.
And Rory was able to do that, and she was able to cut out and do all the glue and everything, and she actually finished hers first and kind of showed her model to the other kids, and we were able to say, oh, look at that, that's exactly the way it's supposed to go. And then the other kids actually made some adjustments to theirs because she had it right. She had the sequence just the way it was supposed to go.
Oh, look what Rory did. She's got them all good. She's got a granny and a child and a dog and a cat. You listen to this story really well. Very cool. Thank you, Rory. That's great. You did a wonderful job. Are you ready to go see Miss Mary and make some words? It says, I help in capital letters, okay?
It was close to Mother's Day, and we were working on what we do to help our mothers. And so what we did was I wrote out, I help Mom, and the kids drew pictures to show what they did to help their mother. And Rory was working on her own paper as the children were working on theirs, but they were also both watching each other, so that if we say, Rory, what does your picture look like? She would show us part of what she was doing, and then the kids would show her what they were doing. And she drew her picture too, and then showed it to me and all the children of what she made.
See, you wrote very nicely.
She can enter the activity and play with the kids and show what she can do, as well as them showing her what they do. Some of the boys are just silly. I don't think they know that Rory can see them. Once they get over that, and then they figure out that they're sharing with Rory, then it works better. And it's a very fun thing for all the kids on both sides.
Rachel is a wonderful little girl in the classroom who's working on some social skills and regulating her emotions. It's something that we're continuing to work on. She has some friends in the classroom, but she isn't always comfortable in how her interactions are working. And sometimes she gets kind of upset that she can't negotiate and make things work the way she wants them to work. But one of the things that she's really interested in is Rory.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Rory. Hi.
In different ways. They're separate a little bit from the other kids, but they found each other. And Rachel really talks about Rory when she's not there. She asks about her every day. Rory's part of our calendar of schedule of events, and she always says, "Is Rory beaming in today?" sort of thing. When she does get to see Rory, she interacts with her. Some of it's singing and dancing and so forth, but she helped her transition from the ILC, and Rory was with us, and then we took her little chair with Rory's computer on it and walked down the hall, and then she just kind of had a little conversation with Rory.
A monkey!
She's got monkey pajamas. We had a day that was pajama day, and the children all wore their favorite pajamas to school, and Rachel had monkeys on her pajamas, and Rory didn't really know what was going on because all these kids had, matching SpongeBob tops and bottoms and stuff, but she got included on the explanation as to why everybody was dressed funny that day.
Rory's hair is red. Your hair is yellow and her hair is red. That's pretty cool, huh?
But it's something that really means a lot to Rachel. It's very meaningful to her. And Rory seemed to enjoy her too. So it was very cool.
Do you remember the kids when we would watch them on the video?
Yeah.
And you got to see
Rachel.
Rachel, yes.
I remember her.
You remember Rachel?
Yeah. She's 5 like me.
She is 5 like you.
I was worried she would not grasp the concept that you were actually there and that she could see what you were doing, but she actually did. She picked right up on it, seeing what was going on.
So we pretty much have been learning this by doing it. And I guess the most challenging thing has been the electronicness of it. And we weren't sure that what we could do and what we couldn't do with the equipment that we had, and what we need to do to accommodate the situation, what kind of lighting we need, whether we need to have sound down or up. All of that has been kind of a trial and error thing, and we've come up with some ways to solve a lot of these things. It's just been finding those things out.
I just think this is just awesome way to include children in a way that they were never able to be included before. If they're homebound, the child could have a classroom, they could have a teacher, they could have friends. It's so exciting making technology work for us and improve the educational system. I just was real excited about seeing how it could work, not only for Rory, but for future children.
The most valuable part of it was they valued her enough to take that extra step and make that accommodation for her. You know, there were some bumps along the way of logistics and trying to work things out, but overall it was just that there was extra time put in to my child and giving her a very creative, very innovative opportunity to be included, even though physically speaking she couldn't be there. It was the best inclusion setting that we could ask for with her limitations physically.
I guess if I were going to say what a least restrictive environment would look like for somebody who can't physically be in the classroom, this is as close as I could come to it. I would say that it's a little bit scary, it's a little bit intimidating, that everything you're doing is sort of monitored in a way, and to include someone that you can't necessarily see as well as you can see the other children. But it's the right thing to do. It's the least restrictive environment. This is a way a child can pretty much access the same curriculum that the other kids can in a way that's safe for them. It's as close to being here as you can get without being here. And it's the right thing to do.